Hello, everybody. How are you today? It's already night time in British Columbia, Canada. Oh, my mind just went over some things that I need to share with you. Remember, why are we even doing all these videos? Why are we preparing ourselves? Why? Because we have a line we are touring, that we want to be prosperous. We want a change in our lifestyle. We want to do better than what we were before. We want to open ourselves up to do something greater that can affect us individually, affect our family collectively, affect the community that we live, that can even affect the whole world. Just like Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs was sacked or sent packing in his company that he founded himself, he was sent packing. He was sacked. He was dethroned. He did not allow what he went through to affect him. He rose up from the shame, and he said in his mind, these were his words, that he wished to do something to affect the whole world. It's not because he needed the money. He didn't buy millions of cars, neither did he buy estate. No. He said he just wanted to do something that can affect the whole world, that people can use that thing and that thing can be productive for them. That's what Steve Jobs said. So he went on. Instead of thinking big to build a big computer, he didn't do that. He decided to go low and started thinking of something smaller to incorporate everything he has done in the bigger computer building into a very small handheld phone that we can all use. Steve Jobs is no more, but we are using the phone. Steve Jobs has allowed his own intelligence, his pursuit to affect the whole world one way or the other. He's no more with us, but we are still using the phone. This allowed other people to start chipping in to upgrade the phone service, to upgrade the production of phone, to work more, to improve what he laid down. So how are you preparing, or are you recognizing change in your life, that your life is moving towards prosperity? How? Have you noticed any change so far? Even just for the video that you are recording, have you seen the way you are recording? Are you improving by the day? Can you see that your video recording is reaching other people, lots of people? Are people turning over, switching over to listen? Are they acknowledging your presence? Can people see you outside in your workplace, in your family, that, oh, I heard your podcast yesterday. It touched my heart. It touched my mind. As if you were talking to me. That is what I was going through. Are you appreciating the little things? Why? Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. When you cannot appreciate the little drops of your improvement, how are you going to prepare when the prosperity comes? And prosperity is in different levels. People are they acknowledge you now. They are writing you, they are texting you that, oh, you are doing something. Keep it up. Voice your mind. Improve yourself. Before, it took you so long before you can come and stand up and say something. Before, it's only 2 minutes. But now you are talking for 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, continuously. And the scope of your thought, it's uniform. You have what you want to say. You are able to say it aloud. You are not shy any longer. You are not bothered about what people will say. You are just eloquent to say what is in your mind. That's a form of prosperity. And people are appreciating what you're doing. Even on the side, your website building, your pursuit of advertisement, You are finding the leads are turning into prosperous customers of yours. That is prosperity. Are you prepared to be prosperous? Are you prepared? Because every level in life has a degree attended to it for you to sustain it, or else it's going to slip out of your hand. A lot of people walk into greatness, walk into fame, walk into abundance, and they squander it. Do you want to be like that? You've read about it. How many young artists, how many young professionals just hit the rock? They hit it. They got the money started coming in, but they do not know how to manage it. And it's better to learn from other people than for people to learn from you. You learn from other people. Try to learn from other people's mistakes so that you will not commit the same mistake again. Are you prepared? Or have you prepared your mind to know how you are going to manage success when it comes? One, if you do not recognize small successes, when will you see the big one? You wake up one morning, a check of $10,000 in the mail for you. That is lots of money. How will you manage it? Are you going to buy the first car that comes to your mind when your account is now got to 50 or 100,000? Are you going to run and just spend it? Are you going to manage it well? So now you have to go back to the drawing board and start preparing for what type of life do you want to live when you become prosperous. When you become tangible person, when you become a man or a woman that people can recognize, when you become a name that is known all over the whole world, how will you hold yourself? Will you trip? Will you trip? Will you go and just squander that asset? Remember how many nights you were on the computer, how many nights you are standing to do the podcast, how many things you have in your mind to share. Remember what brought you into this level. Remember what life you want to live. How will you manage prosperity? That is a big question for all of us. And it's not so huge. Why? The wisdom to succeed is in you already. But if you do not harness that wisdom, harness it and sit down, have a good plan drawn. How and when riches come, what will you do with them? Who will you affect? How will you change your lifestyle? What are you going to do? Are you going to just be running all over the world, traveling, running from here to Tunisia, to Morocco, to Dubai, to Australia, just wasting money in the air? Or you want to start something tangible that will affect humanity forever? Or you want to run a course to get rid of a menace, a persistent problem that is, as has plagued the whole world. You want to chip in. If only you can prevent 100 people from dying from a particular ailment in life, you've done great. If only you can prevent 100 people from wallowing in poverty, wretchedness, failure, you've done great. If only you can prevent babies from dying from one particular ailment affecting a country, which is something, is a epidemic in that country or pandemic in that country, just affect them. Just 100. Not 200. Just 100. You've done great. How will you recognize success? And how will you harness it? So that when your life changes, it has a plan. This is where you are going. This is what you want to do. Nobody's not going to just come and sway you and say, oh, the best car they've just made. The car dealers will be running up to you that come and try this car for $250,000, $500,000, $800,000, or come and buy this watch for these millions of dollars. Why? It's the time that the $5 watch will say. It's the same thing that the $5 million watch will say. There's no difference. You cannot lie on 10 beds at the same time. Neither can you use the bathroom, 18 bathrooms at the same time. It's only one thing you can do at a time. A word is enough for a wise. Blessings.